What's good people? Welcome back to Hope You. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're going to be discussing Extraction 2. So the first Extraction came out 3 years ago. I did a review on it. I'll link it, but I'm sure no one will want to go and watch that because, man, I've come a long way when it comes to talking on camera about anything, and that's just something anybody can pick up if you watch that old video. But Extraction 2 is better than the first one, and I'm gonna explain why. For starters, I did do a rewatch of the first Extraction before watching Extraction 2, and the flaws of the movie were ones that I didn't even mention in my review. In the review, I just kind of talked about the violence and the action and all the things that I enjoyed and didn't enjoy, but didn't really go into detail about the movie itself. The first original Extraction was very good. The action was so well done. I thought that they would get awarded for these amazing action tracking shots that you see in the first one. If you watch the second one, you'll notice that this is now a staple of this franchise. They will continue to put these incredible action sequences without any cuts, and they're tracking the entire time. I don't know how editing wise they make it happen, because there's no way all that fight choreography goes down without anyone getting anything wrong. And there's a lot of special effects that you just can't see how this stuff is coming together, but it comes together quite seamlessly when you watch it on the screen. So in that regard, I do feel like the tracking shots, the action that you see in part 2 is bigger and better than what you got in part 1. But talking about the movie as a movie is just better, because in the first one, this is something I didn't mention in my old review, is that the movie kind of gets bogged down and gets weighed down by trying to introduce you to Tyler Rake, Chris Hemsworth's character, and give you his traumatic backstory and give you the reasons as to why he's in this situation and why he does the things he does. Here, those reasons are just a lot more clear and easier to be told and digested by the audience, and that's based off my one-time viewing of Extraction 2. The motivation as to why he's helping these people, why is he indebted to this family, like all that stuff was delivered quite well. The backstory on the villains of the film was given in flashback format, and it was just an easier way to tell the story, aside from like starting the movie in the past and then catching us up to the future. Like, I like the way we jump back and forth with time. Now, I will say, as one criticism of the film Extraction 2, it did start slower than Extraction 1. Extraction 1 kind of opened up with a bit more action, and then they had slower moments dropped in, but I feel like that weighed the movie down. Here, you getting Chris Hemsworth's character on the recovery, on the mend, and then you get the rising action of him getting the initial job, deciding to take the job, reworking himself back into shape, and then you get the actual action that once it starts, it kind of doesn't stop for the next hour and 20 minutes of the movie. So you get the opening 20 minutes of backstory, and then you get balls to the wall action for the next hour and 20-30 minutes. So very good package that they put together with Extraction 2. Netflix doesn't do everything well, but I do feel like they do action well, because Extraction, the first one, was a very good movie. Extraction 2, better than the first one in my opinion, also very good. And the biggest one that I seen that they did that was a pretty good one, and I expected it to, if it went to the box office, it would have made money, was The Gray Man. That was another one. Big cast, big action, well done stuff, and you know, audiences were satisfied with it for the most part. That's another thing before wrapping up, the pump fake. So in the first one, they did a pump fake where it's obvious Chris Hemsworth's character could have died or should have died based on the situation he was in at the end of the first one. And then they pump fake you with him standing outside the pool at the end of Extraction 1. And you don't really know, it's left to be ambiguous. Like, oh, did he survive somehow? And then you open up this one and there's no paying off that scene. Like they don't even reference it, and there's no time allowed for him to be back there and then back in the world that he's also in. So there's that. But they don't do the pump fake with this one. When this one ends, they let you know clearly we're doing another one. And that's what I like to hear, man, because I like this little franchise. It's a cool action franchise that you don't really see lots of these anymore. The closest thing that you can see to this is probably like the Expendables franchise, which is, in my opinion, kind of running out of gas, you know, running on fumes. But Extraction is, you know, a new property, and is chugging along quite fine. So give me another one of these, and I'm happy about that. That's all I have to say about this one, y'all. Drop comments. Let me know how you feel about the film in the comment section below. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.